that reason. And okay, so market risk premium is okay. Ankit, let's look at this way. Uh, you have 100 crore of rupees, and what you do, you invest that 100 crore of rupees into the government of India bonds. How much will you earn? uh, yeah, 7%. So you will earn 7%, है ना? Now if you invest this 100 crore into the business, how much will you earn? If you put this 100 crore into government of India bond, what will be your return in terms of percentage? 7%. 7%, okay. And what if you put this 100 crore into a business, how much are you earning? You're earning 10%. I told na, because your market return is 10%, right? So if you put 100 crore into government of India bond, you will earn 7%. If you put this 100 crore into a business, you will earn 10%. What is the difference? Why are you getting this 3%? For the risk, for taking risk. Yeah, we are in business actually. Okay, so that is why this is known as market premium or market risk premium, because you have taken the risk of getting into the business. That is why you are able to earn 10%. So what is the premium? Premium is excess of market return over the risk free rate. So that is your market risk premium. Ankit, does it make sense to you? Good, 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 good. Okay. Yes, please. Yes, yes, Surya. Okay, how, yes, correct. So because with beta it is going to be 4.2. That's right. Excellent, Surya. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's understand that. Somebody was asking a question in between. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. No, actually, I will tell you, Sanjay. In the field, in the world of finance, market rate of return, market rate of return, of course, is different from the expected rate of return. Market rate of return is the actual return that you are getting. Expected rate of return is what you are expecting. Yeah. Okay. So yes. What alpha? ओके नो. सो अभी उसको बाजू में रख दो. अभी खाली बीटा पे फोकस करते हैं. अल्फा को बाद में संभाल लेंगे, है ना? ओके. सो no, what I was saying is we will alpha, we will keep it aside for the time being. uh, okay, okay, good, good, good. All right. So market risk premium, as we have discussed, is nothing but market return minus the risk free rate. So if the mark so what is your market return in this case? It is 10%, right? Okay. Now let me give you a small case and I want you to answer. This is the model that you understand. This is the full form of risk-free rate that you understand. You understand what is beta. You also understand what is market risk premium. I am giving you some numbers and I want you to give me the answer. Risk-free rate, I think 5 more minutes and then we will wind up. Risk-free rate is 7%. Beta is 1.4%. Market return is 10%. So obviously market risk premium is 3.5%. So please tell me what will be the cost of equity using these numbers. sorry, all of you. So basically put the numbers into the CAPM model. जो ऊपर जो the top line which you have, add put the figures in that and you will get the answer. Everyone? And you are right. So 11.2. So now please remember, so CAPM, what does it? CAPM tells you the cost of equity. Because ultimately you have to take a decision. Even if you want to calculate WACC, weighted average cost of capital, as you saw little while ago, that for calculating the WACC also, you needed to have a cost of equity. So unless and until you are able to have the figure of cost of equity, you will not be able to calculate WACC. So how do you calculate the cost of equity? CAPM model gives you the cost of equity. Okay, and that is what I thought I will explain to you. Okay, so then before we move forward, then you also have something which is known as modified CAPM. Now what is modified CAPM? And this is the last slide that we are discussing. Modified CAPM is that you add something over and above the CAPM, you add something which is SCRP. Now what is SCRP? Is specific company risk premium. So that means when you are calculating the cost of equity, that means when you are calculating the expected return by the shareholders, it is possible that you have used CAPM, that is perfectly fine. But a company, a particular company may have some special risk. And obviously, if there is a risk, then the investor should be compensated for that risk by way of additional premium. So, which is known as specific company risk premium. So, how do you calculate the modified CAPM? And remember, you can have a question like this: how to calculate the modified CAPM? If you have understood CAPM and this top line that you see here, you will have no difficulty at all. Okay, then rest of the thing is fine. So please tell me, given all these numbers that you already have, how much will be the modified CAPM, or how much will be the cost of equity based on modified CAPM? Everybody? 16.2. So simply speaking, the cost of equity that you arrived at using CAPM, just add the specific company risk premium to that figure and you get modified CAPM, modified capital asset pricing model. Friends, before we close, I would like to tell you, see, this is how it happens. In case if any one of you did not have any idea about CAPM, and if somebody would have spoken to you about CAPM, you would have thought, oh my god, what a bomb it is, this must be something very complex. And if somebody would have told you modified CAPM, then you would have got even more frightened. Oh my god, CAPM can also be modified. But when you look at them and understand them, you realize there is no big deal. It is so simple. And just remember one thing: what is the use of CAPM? The use of CAPM is it gives you cost of equity. Why do you need cost of equity? You need cost of equity because if you do not have the cost of equity, you will not be able to discount the future cash flow for equity. You will not be able to discount future cash flow to the firm. Why? Because for discounting the future cash flow to the firm, you will need WACC. For WACC, you will need, everybody, for WACC you will need CO, cost of equity. So this is what it is, friends. So thank you so much, and see you tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to share this PPT with every one of you, so when we come tomorrow, you will have chance to go through it, and please go through it, and we will finish it tomorrow together with the case study actually. Excel, yes, Excel, yes, Ankit, Excel also. Okay, देखो, अगर if you Anil, if you do the Google and just say how to calculate beta, So Google will give you enough material to calculate beta. And beta, remember, is, I can tell you in principle what that we should understand. Beta is the relationship between the return of market, which is the index, and return of the company. So this is a covariance. Covariance meaning if there is a movement in the share of return of market, how much is the corresponding return, corresponding movement in the return of the company. So this is what the relationship. So if you do Google, they will throw out enough of material for you to calculate beta. And for calculating beta, of course, you will need to have a lot of rates, quotes. So just the company for which you want to calculate the beta, you will need to have market return. You will take the index. So you can take you can calculate beta for whichever company you want to calculate beta. You need to pick up corresponding index also. So if you want to calculate beta for a Nifty company, then you pick up the Nifty. You want to calculate beta for a Sensex company, you pick up the return on the Sensex. Okay, if the company is unlisted, then in principle you cannot calculate the beta. But what you can do, if you can identify a company which is a comparable company to the company that you are doing the valuation of, which is listed. So you can use the beta of a comparable listed company as a proxy for the beta of this company which is unlisted. Yeah, so adjustment will need to be made at every stage. So you will have to see the comparability and all those adjustments, remember, are going to be subjective. So those are going to be your personal call as a valuer as to how much weightage do you assign. Only thing is, whatever weightage that you decide, it cannot be decided arbitrarily. It will have to be based on some thought process, which as a valuer you should document somewhere. Yeah, does it answer your question, Anil? Okay, very good. Thank you. So, all right, friends. So, thank you so much to everybody. We meet again tomorrow, same time, 7:55, and we would continue from here. Now, incidentally, I just wanted to mention to you that I have decided to launch this program once again from 13th of July, and in case if you want any of your friends or colleagues or acquaintances to take benefit from the next batch, please share all the details that I would share with you on our WhatsApp group. So please share with anybody and everybody whom you think you would like to benefit. Yeah. So thank you so much, friends, and good night to everybody, and see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.